Because I was
Yeah,
thinking
of
about
course.
that.
Yeah,
Okay, we're not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
have any copyright issues.
Oh yeah, no, you shouldn't. I don't care.
Okay, that's
As long as my
perfect.
distributor isn't like, hey, but I don't think they'll do anything. It doesn't matter.
Okay, that's dope. Perfect. We're all good then. We're good to go. Welcome to the Brock and Dawson podcast, everybody. My name is Brock Gardner. This is Dawson Tulane.
What's up?
We are joined here by the great and powerful Timothy Bright. Timothy, introduce yourself, sir.
Hi, my name is Timothy. I make music. I produce and do a bunch of other cool stuff. So yeah.
Timothy is the man of the hour on this week's show. His new song Quicksand, go listen to it. It's absolute fire.
Oh yeah, I don't even listen to rap, and I love the song. Like, it's actually really really good.
It's dope.
Thank
man.
you. I appreciate that.
And you're 17, right?
Yes.
That's freaking insane. You live in California right now, right?
Correct.
And you moved from Virginia?
Yes.
So what was your hometown like? Was it small?
So when I was living there, it was a pretty small area. Like if you went to the store, you'd see people like from school and stuff. But like it's like big, small, if that makes sense. Like you're not gonna know everybody, but you're gonna know a good amount of people.
Mm-hmm. So why'd you move to California? Was it like your family or was it for music?
Yeah. So my mom's in the military, but it like works out because like I wanted to move to California anyway, eventually. Mm-hmm. So it's like kind of like training wheels right now.
Well, that's perfect. Where are you at in California? Like by LA?
Yeah, I'm like an hour and a half away. It's a place called Edwards.
That's pretty dope. That's perfect, man.
Yeah, that is pretty dope. I mean, we live in a small town too. Like how you were saying, yours is like a big small town. Ours is a small town. Like we got 1,700 people where we're at, so it's a little bit different of a situation here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, this is quite a hick town.
Yeah.
So we come from similar backgrounds, I feel like. So how did you get into music, first of all? That's what I'm curious about.
So I used to be in Boy Scouts, and I was living in Las Vegas at the time, and while I was there, we were doing like a camp out like at a school or something, and me and my friends were exploring the school, and we found a computer lab, and we were just messing around in there, and we were making fun of like rappers and how they do ad libs, and we recorded a bunch of ad libs. And I was like, what if we did like a song? That'd be cool. And then like, okay, let's do it. And then we made a song. And then, I've been doing it ever since then.
That's sick. So you only have 2 songs on Spotify. What else is out there? Do you have like a SoundCloud that has a lot more stuff or?
Yeah, I have a SoundCloud that has a lot more stuff. But like, the stuff that's on my SoundCloud is like, I don't know. I just put my 2 favorite songs that I like the most on like Spotify and Apple and all that. Because the other songs I have are good, but they weren't as good as the 2 that I have up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm planning on dropping like anything else that I drop. It's gonna be on everything else, so it's not just gonna be on SoundCloud or anything.
Well, that's good. So, are you working on like a project? Because that's what it seems like on your Instagram.
Yes, I am. I am working on a project.
Is it an EP or like are we getting a full album?
It's an EP. I think for right now I'm looking at like 5 songs, and Quicksand was gonna be on it, but I've been making the beats with my friend, and like they're all like very different from Quicksand. So I might like do Quicksand as like a bonus track or something, but I'm not sure yet.
That's what I noticed, dude. The beats on your Instagram are incredibly different from the 2 beats on Spotify.
Right, yeah.
They have more chords, you know?
Yeah.
They're very dreamy. I like them.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I don't want this to be the whole podcast because I like your music and I think you're talented, but I feel like we have to talk about like Kevin Abstract and that whole thing because that's how I know you. Mm-hmm. So how did that even happen? Can you tell that story?
Okay, yeah. So I'm like smiling about it because it's kind of a funny story, I guess. But so it was a day me and my friends were filming the video for Quicksand, and like we were just all like laying down in my room, or not in my room, like the living room area, because all of my stuff was moved out and stuff. And it was like my last day in Virginia, And somebody hits me up and sends me Kevin Abstract's story and was like, hey, you should send your music here. And shout out to that person, by the way, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have like talked to him at all. But anyway, I hit him up, and then he like hit me back, and he was like, "Oh, you're dope." And I was like, "What?" And I remember telling my friends, I was like, "I'm gonna send Kevin my music," and they didn't know who I was talking about. And then I like freaked out, and then we all freaked out.
Yeah. What's that feeling like when he hits you back and is like appreciative of your stuff? What is that like?
It was like I was just shocked that he was like, because I know he got like thousands of texts and stuff like that, and like a lot of people want to show like what they can do, and like the fact that he chose me, and like because he shouted out another band, and the fact that he chose me in that band, like it still baffles me. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. So are you doing like a feature for him? Because didn't you on your live you were saying that you were sending him some of the stuff you were recording? So what's that about?
Yeah, I'm doing I'm doing 2 verses for him. I sent him one, and I'm still waiting on another beat for him to send me. But he's gonna send me another beat, and then I'm gonna record on that. I can't say what project it's for, but yeah, it's really cool.
We can't get an exclusive, huh?
No.
Well, that's sick, dude.
That's
super sick.
But yeah, I don't want to make the whole podcast about the Kevin Abstract thing, because.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good, man.
Because it's important, but I don't want that to be the whole thing, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I appreciate that. That's cool of you. So
yeah. So that's dope, and I'm glad that happened, because that's how I heard of you, and that's great.
Yeah.
So on your new project, what would you say is like your biggest influences on the next project and just in general?
So number one would have to be my friend Zach, and then Tyler Creator and Freddie Dredd, and then but like I've been taking like my thing lately has been taking things that I like and like morphing it into my own thing, because before I was doing a certain type of music that like everybody was doing, and it was like I was just copying like this one artist. And then I was like, this is kind of lame. And then like I started to like, and once like you run out of stuff to do like for that whatever you're copying, it's like you have nothing else, because it's not you. You're not being creative. But then once I started like doing like my own thing and like figuring out what I wanted to do and like incorporating stuff that I like I was like, okay,
yeah, that's all art is. Even like I watched Quentin Tarantino talk about just the way he made movies was he took other movies and just put his own twist on them.
Right.
Because nobody's 100%. You're never making something up 100%. It's always based on something. It's always influenced by stuff. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's very cool.
What's your process for making beats and then writing lyrics and that kind of thing?
So beats, I don't know. I just kind of do it. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but like there's some days where I'm just like, I'm not doing this today because I don't feel like it. And I'll go like watch TV or something. But I'll like make the beat, and then while I'm making the beat, I'll like come up with the flow in my head of like what I can say.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be like, okay, this is cool. And then I'll write the song. Or like if I'm doing a feature, if somebody's going to be featured on the song, I'll have them send me their verse first.
Yeah.
And I can work off of what they sent me. Like, cause that's what I did with Quicksand with Red Boy. Cause he sent me his feature the day I sent him the beat. And then I was like, oh, this is hard. I can do this. I can write this right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So, what was I going to say? What was I even going to say? Oh, yeah, the sample for Quicksand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where did you even find that?
I don't even know. I was on YouTube. Like, what I'll do is I'll play video games or do something else, and I'll have like a playlist or like just have it the auto play on, and I'll play something that I like, and I'll be like, okay, this is cool, but I'm not gonna sample this. And then it'll just like come on automatically, and that one came on, and I was like, oh yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
And then I made that beat, and then yeah.
It's interesting because when you listen to songs that have sampled other songs, and then you listen to the sample, it's like, oh yeah, obviously you could make a beat out of this. But if you hear it for the first time, it's not always that obvious that you could do something with it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sampling's always just intrigued me. I don't even know why. Just that you could take something old and just make it into something new is just.
Same here. Yeah, I love watching like YouTube videos about like who sampled what for their albums, or like things like that. Those are really cool to me.
Like Bandstand or whatever that YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That's
I
my
watched
favorite
them.
one.
They're really good.
They do.
Yeah, they're really cool.
They do well. Where did you? What's your? Who does your tag? Where did you find that? Like the Where's Timothy at?
Oh, so I was on this TikTok girl's live, and like she's like really pretty, and then I asked her to say it, and she was like, okay, and then it's been like my beat tag since like I think like October.
That was it. It's from a TikTok.
Some TikTok girl did it on her live, and I was like, this is perfect.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's great. And what do you, dude? Your whole vibe is just like the picture on the Zoom right now. And like the video you posted on your Instagram with the quicksand on it, like with the girl and the gun. I don't even know where these are from. Where do you get all your stuff?
So the girl who's my profile picture on here, that's Bridget Bardot. She's a French model and singer, and she's like really dope. And the girl, I don't even know how I found her. I found her. Oh yeah, Freddie Dredd sampled one of her songs like when I was in my freshman year. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, she's cool. So then I started listening to her music, and then I was like, oh yeah, she's hard. So like, I've loved her ever since. And then the girl with the gun, my friend posted a picture of her, and I was like, this is so cool. Where did you get this from? And then she was like, oh, this movie called it's called like Psych Out for a Murder or something like that. And then I watched it, and it was just like such a cool movie. And I was like, this would be a cool like thing just to put there.
Yeah, it's just an interesting vibe. All your social media.
Yeah,
I dig it, man.
Thank you.
I don't have that much else. What's your plans for like the next couple years? Where do you see yourself being in a couple years? That's kind of a corny question, but.
Oh no, of course not. But I see myself having like a good like solid like smaller fan base, and just like being financially stable off of music. Like my goals for like this, just like in general, it was like to move to LA within the next 2 years, get 5,000 followers on my Instagram by the end of 2020, be more open to new experiences, make some like cool beats, and then don't force anything that isn't working. And that's musically and like socially and like whatever.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope, dude. When can we expect the project, the EP?
I'm hoping to try to finish it before I turn 18, but like that's not a super big possibility, and I'm not gonna force it or anything. But I'd love it if I could be able to say, oh yeah, I made this when I was 17. Like in the future, like that'd be cool to say.
Yeah.
And so that'd be in like August. But if I can't drop it in August, it'll definitely drop before the end of 2020.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That's dope. One thing also, like, I know you have a large passion for music and like you're really into music, but is there any other things that you're passionate about that you just like in life that you just love to do that maybe isn't always related to music?
Oh yeah. I draw a lot, and like usually people draw like more realistic things, but I draw like really cartoony characters.
Yeah.
And like I just like do that in my free time. Like if I'm like bored or something, and I see somebody that looks cool, and I can like draw like my version of like how they look like in my head, I'll do that. And then I also skate. I'm not the best at it, but like I'm pretty okay. So I like have fun doing it.
Brock has a fun skating story.
It was actually a longboard.
Yeah, it was a longboard, but it was a great time.
I goofed kind of hard on a longboard one time. We don't have to get into that right now. But so you got two songs. There's Happy and Quicksand.
Right.
And Quicksand is the one that blew up. What is Quicksand at right now, stream-wise?
On Spotify, it's at 95,000.
Judas Priest.
I can't remember what it was when I looked at it before, but I think it was in the 60,000s just a few days ago. That's insane. It's blowing up.
Yeah, I'm happy it's doing well. I just remember posting it and being like, okay, I hope he gets over like 1,000, because you know how on Spotify it's like, oh, less than 1,000.
Yeah,
I was like, I hope it gets more than
1,000, man.
Yeah, I was like, I hope I get, because it was gonna get it eventually, because it was getting like 50 streams a day. And then like me and Ian started talking, and he was like, oh yeah, this is cool. And then he shouted me out when the music video came out, and I was like, oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I listened to it when it was like at a couple thousand streams. I feel like I listened to your music as soon as Ian posted it, and so it was at like a couple thousand streams, I think. And then randomly, it was just like 50,000. I was like, what is happening? That is so sick.
Yeah, it's crazy. It makes me really happy though. Like, and then a lot of people are like, oh, how much money you make? Oh, da da da. And I'm just like, that doesn't matter. I'm just like growing as an artist, and more people are like I have like multiple people telling me that I inspire them, which is like crazy, and that's like all I want.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, just to inspire other people, and like, it's just dope.
Yeah, dude. I wish we could reach more people with this podcast. We're not that big right now, but I would just like to have a following like that, you know?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I really want to like build a whole community of creators. I think that would be sweet, like upcoming creators.
Right, that'd be super cool.
Like around this age, just like the next up people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I definitely.
Dream. So this is the start of that. We're starting this community right now.
Right. Yeah. And then once we're like somewhere big, we can be like, oh yeah, this is like my first podcast. We can do like a part 2 when we're older.
That's perfect. That sounds fantastic.
That'd be dope.
So Happy is a lot different from Quicksand, in my opinion, just the whole style of it. What is that? Yeah. Were you just listening to different stuff at that time, or how did it change so drastically?
So like back then I was really inspired by this artist Lil Darky. I don't know if you know him. He's had like a few songs. I listened to the
song on your Interpolated.
Yeah, so you can hear where I interpolated it from his song.
Yeah.
Learn how to give a frick. Yeah. But yeah, I was really into him at the time. So I was just like making like I wanted to make a song that was like self-aware, but then also at the same time like kind of satirical, I guess you could say. That's the right word.
That's the vibe I get.
Yeah. Yeah, cause like and you can hear in like all my songs, like I like diss myself a lot. Like like I talk about myself and how much I don't like myself a lot. Yeah. And that's kind of what that song was.
I dig it. It's definitely different. I like it. I just stream that and Quicksand on repeat sometimes.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, that's sweet, man. I'm glad you're doing what you like and that it's popping off. That's the life right there.
Just crazy to see though, like how like much I've changed since like, because I was in September and then Quicksand came out in May, so it's like weird to see the growth, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to have new music soon because I need it, because those 2 songs are they're not giving me my fix, man. To be honest with you, but they're fantastic. Do you want to plug anything?
I mean, I guess my Instagram is Timothy James Bright. That's kind of it.
And then go stream the songs naturally.
Yeah, stream my songs or don't. They're not
going to blow up after this. I'm sorry. This
podcast isn't going to get you a ton of attention, but like anybody listening to this, you need to go listen to the songs because they're really good.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
If you're into country, you probably won't enjoy it, but you still might. But if you're into hip hop, it's definitely something to check out.
Yeah.
All right, man. That was fantastic. Thank you for coming on.
Oh yeah, sweet.
It's been a time.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the podcast. It's been a fun time having you on for this little while here.
This nice tight 20 interview, man.
Yeah, it was dope.
There's no BS on this podcast, bro. We're official here. We get right to the chase, man. All right. Well, peace out, man.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Yeah.